Hey y'all, come on a quick little journey with me. As a lot of y'all know, I'm day trading and I'm working as a property manager here at a storage unit. And it's actually the process of about to be sold. It's gonna close tomorrow for 28 million. And interesting the thing about it, with the investors, one thing that I've learned about working here as a property manager with tenants, I've learned a lot of things. One of the things that I've learned being on this journey is that storage units are great investments. Now, storage units are really great investments because you can house RVs, different type of things, as well as storage units. And we have over 800 tenants, and they each pay us rent every month. The mortgage on this property is $50,000. So that's one of the things that also put me in perspective that storage units are, you got the money and you can stomach and you can get into cash flow. It's a great investment property. We have over 800 tenants. Rents go from lows of $75 all the way up to like $400 a month. So people can stomach that. And most things that I see, most type of tenants that I see is people who are either business owners, people who are in the process of moving, people who are trying to store something for a long term, like RVs. So that's kind of where we're at with storage units across the country. As you see is with real estate houses, so as you see a trend of space in housing and apartments, you see this thing of where the space that you have is slowly going down because what investors are trying to do and developers are trying to build as many units as they can. Well, with that, you have to minimize the space. So people need extra space to store all the stuff they have. So storage units are going to be huge. I read an article recently about some of the best real estate you can buy, and storage units is number one. Outpacing hospitality, outpacing a commercial property in terms of your mom and pop stores, things of that nature. So I've learned a lot. I've seen a lot since I've been here. I didn't make a lot of money, but I learned a lot. I shook a lot of hands, learned a lot of things about life, deal with people who look at you different, and it's been a great time. Every job I take is for a reason. Every job I take, I try to take a job where I can learn something, and I've learned a lot. And I think moving forward, after the next year, storage units will be on my mind full time, and I think one day I want to buy one of these. Also, with the current owner went in with 30 people on this one. Went in on with 30 people. It took about 3-4 years to build, from the start all the way to the finish, developing a plan. And so that one thing tells me that if you want to be a big time investor and scale up, you're going to need friends, associates, and then partners. You can't do it by yourself. I don't care who you are. You'd be foolish to do it by yourself. The new owner who's buying this property is going in with 3 people. So it allows me, teamwork makes the dream work, right? And I'm excited to see all this stuff. And, I got to meet both owners of this property, and to see this thing close the next few days to me is amazing. So I highly encourage you in life to always take a job that you can, because it's not about the money. It's never about the money, right? I only made $12 an hour here. It's about the skill sets I was able to learn, how to deal with people, customer service, how to be on time, how to, deal with tenants, the move in, the move out process, learning new software, shaking hands. Because I knew that being a property manager in this demographic area, part of Nashville, I was going to be in an area where you see a lot of business owners, right? And so that was really intriguing for me. And I met a lot of guys, from doctors, lawyers, engineers to real estate investors through this job. Not saying I will do business with them in the future, but I met them, got their cars, got information that, can lead to more deals in the future, potentially. So it was an exciting road, man. And I highly, I tell everybody, man, don't look at the money, man. Look at what you can learn. The crazy thing about this property, it was not supposed to be sold. It wasn't supposed to, they were going to keep it. And they put it on the market just seeing. So also let me know that everybody has a price. Everything has a price. So everything is negotiable. Everything, I don't care what it is. Everybody has a price. Everybody has a standard. Everybody has, a methodology to the madness. Because this property wasn't supposed to be sold. it was supposed to stay in the current owner's hands for a while. And so that's the things I've learned, to scale up in anything. I don't care what it is. It takes partnerships and businesses to make yourself successful. So don't be scared to help each other, to help people around you. Also, the thing I really loved about working here is that I got to see different lifestyles. See how people, the rich, I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it, how the rich live. The rich enjoy their time. They don't really work. They don't work for money. They invest. They make money come in. I'm always big on me and my spouse. Hey, we need to get businesses. That is top priority. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's small or big. I don't care if it fails now. We need to get cash flow because these people do not work. They don't work. A lot of them do not work. I seen a guy go through divorce. Came from California. Dude came in with a Rolex on. And I sat there. I was like, wow, I wanted to ask him so bad, what did he do for a living? But sometimes, that comes off as being arrogant, but I'm just curious. But look at these RVs, man. These people don't work. They're either retired or they're business owners. This guy right here that owns this truck, this 18-wheeler, the guy that owns this 18-wheeler, he actually owns his own business. He's an African-American, drives a Ferrari, lives 20 minutes from here. So seeing him come in, I'm like, wow, you can do it. And he's from Chicago. He's not even from the South. So, I've seen a lot. And that's what I wanted to be exposed to. And I did. I got exposed to a lot of different things. And got to be engaged in different conversations and talking about politics, which I don't really get involved in, but I sit and listen, be a sponge, and see other people's perspectives. So it's a lot that I learned, not just a paycheck. And the biggest thing I learned is get you some businesses, man, because these people live different. I was able to actually look at the houses that they own, and see that they lived in multi-million dollar cribs, and they drove cars that are 15, 20 years old. And also interesting fact too is the current owner right now, his son does not have a job. His son follows his passion, right? His son is big into music. I don't know if he's good or not, right? Everybody in Nashville thinks they're good at music, which 95% of them, they're not. But when your dad owns 10, 15 storage units, you do what you want. And that's what I want for my kids. I don't want my kids to say, oh, you got to go play college football. You got to go do this. No, son, you do what you want to do. You want to live in China? Go. You want to go to live in Europe? Go. You want to be a golfer, whatever you want to paint? Go. You don't have to do anything. So that's what the rich do. You get to buy your freedom and your time. I can't stress that enough. And I wake up every day with anxiety because of that. And so that's what I've learned. It's a lot. And I'm excited for the future and track this property and to see what happens to it, see the growth of it. And it's been a pleasure. Every role I take is for a reason. And I gain a skill set from it. And I learned a lot from this one. And this one's going to go on my resume, my personal resume. And I'm going to be proud of it. And, the next thing for me is to scale up myself and get some things going ASAP. But time is of the essence. And so just to be a part of this and see this process is unusual. I wish I could go to the closing table, but they're not going to. They're going to have to kill me to see them numbers, man. 28 mil? Nah, they're not going to let me see that. That's, nah. So it would be fun, though. It's kind of crazy because the current owner just came in here. I shook hands with him again. These guys are multi, whatever you want to call it. And the clothes they wear, the cars they drive, you be like, man, you look average. And that's how the rich do it. And so just seeing that too, man, this is huge.